The reason for the Anointed One's success. Base text, 2 Kings chapter 18 verses 5 and 6. Hezekiah trusted in the Lord, the God of Israel, so that there was no one like him among all the kings of Judah, either before or after him. For he clung to the Lord, he did not cease to follow him, and he kept the commandments that the Lord commanded Moses. Few kings in the history of Israel and Judah have in their biographical account the definition that they did what pleased the Lord. One of them is Hezekiah. Through his trust in God and his attachment to the Lord, he was able to do everything that was right in God's eyes, 2 Kings 18 verse 3, and therefore the Lord was with him, and he succeeded in all his undertakings, 2 Kings 18 verse 7. Have you ever imagined having a life of consecutive and sequential successes to the point that everything you set out to do works out? When you marry, you will build a happy family with children who are not contaminated by the destructive system operating in the world. When you undertake any business in the professional field, even if barriers arise, they will not become insurmountable and will only serve as stepping stones to make the achievement more rewarding, as it will be filled with moments in which the possible became viable, and then there will be a financial result that will produce well-being. In the effective field of relationships with friends and work and/or study partners, no disputes or disagreements will arise capable of breaking the bonds of love. Wherever you step, you will conquer, and wherever you place your hands, you will prosper. For this is what the Lord has for those who are anointed by Him to be empowered to accomplish. However, this anointing is not a mere gift from God given indiscriminately to whomever wants it. Like almost everything, it is a consequence of attitudes adopted in the relationship with God that reflect trust, attachment, and actions. Hezekiah trusted in the Lord, 2 Kings 18 verse 5, and this trust was built through the intimacy he had with God, generated in a personal relationship. After all, in his time there were no examples of trust in God to imitate, neither before nor after him. It is possible to live a relationship of complete trust in God, even in a context of arrogant, skeptical people who trust in themselves or in the riches and culture they possess. The text relates that another secret of this unusual man's success was his attachment to God. His relationship with God was not something commercial, liturgical, or generated by material interests. He loved God and therefore obeyed the commandments, rules, orders, and marked his steps following divine counsel. God knows when a person approaches Him driven by selfishness and merely natural interest. Our acts of devotion need to be tempered with love for God. Furthermore, Hezekiah modeled his actions on what was pleasing in the eyes of the Lord. To please God, we often need to displease people and ourselves because God's thoughts are higher than our thoughts, and those of other people. Isaiah 55 verse 8. The rotation is different, and we need to operate in divine harmony to act as is right in God's eyes. Don't be deceived by the idea that Hezekiah loved and trusted the Lord to the point of doing everything that was right in God's eyes because circumstances were favorable to him and people cooperated with him. The king faced opposition from Assyria, made some wrong decisions, such as negotiating tribute with the Assyrians, and was humiliated by his enemies. Anointed and successful people don't always have a smooth ride. Share with the people in your small group and friends. This text is by Pastor Joel Stevanato. Wishing you a blessed week.